Welcome back to the Pit Stop Ranch. This video, we head out to the LA Roadster Show 2024. One of our favorite shows of the year, and the big highlight for us, particularly me, is the swap meet. Now, of course, we're kind of running out of stuff to buy other than just weird, obscure stuff. Fortunately, there is one of the places that you can find weird, obscure stuff if you're into hot rodding. So, enjoy the video, and I'll show you what precious treasures we came back with. So that's about perfect. In fact, it's the only flaw I see in it is it's perfect. It's way too nice to go beat that on rocks. That said, I mean, it survived a world war. That's the original military Jeep.
I got my Class A.
And then he's got the Chevy 4.3 liter V6.
The red?
Yeah, it's just utter perfection. That's just perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. I've daydreamed about building a flatty like that.
I'm in an office now.
So,
And that's exactly how I'd build it.
Yeah, might as well. And they pay for the medical every year.
go. That was the LA Roadster Show. Our primary interest and focus of the trip is checking out the swap meet, which historically has been one of our favorite elements of the LA Roadster Show. So we went ahead and had kind of spent most of our time in the swap meet area. Unfortunately, we enjoy it, but it doesn't make for a very compelling video. People, we ran into some friends. A few other people recognized us from the channel. I'd like to shout out anyone that we came across, kind enough to meet. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you introducing yourself and saying hi. It is always to be quite frank with you, it's a bit of a trip being recognized to the channel. It's a small outlet, and whenever we meet someone who's a follower of the channel and our other social media, it is always an honor. What we have around us here are items that we picked up at the show, or a number of these items we actually picked up from our friends, the Kennedy brothers, at their open house and garage sale the day before the show. We went on Friday, so overall turnout was quite a bit lower compared to what other people probably experienced on Saturday. We enjoyed ourselves. We had a really good time. Got way too much sun, got a little overcooked, a little bit dehydrated, and then promptly spent the next 2 days in 100-degree heat trying to put together Jimmy. One of the things that we actually ended up picking up a fair amount of, and even though we weren't necessarily planning on doing so, was Hemi parts. So we have a baby Hemi to early Ford transmission adapter. This is for a project that we've been kind of picking at in the background, picked up a little while ago. Haven't actually done a video on it yet. Got some footage put together. Someday you'll learn about it. Don't worry about it. Seller of this said, you know, it's an aluminum flywheel, steel insert for a Hemi. It don't fit a Hemi. Maybe it fits a 426 Hemi. It doesn't fit an early Hemi. The guy was fairly certain it was fit a early Hemi. Maybe it fits a 426. It doesn't fit Chrysler Firepower or a DeSoto. So, so we're going to put it on the shelf. Don't know what we're going to do with it. This is for a first generation Chrysler Hemi, 354 or 330 or 331. Anyways, Chrysler Firepower Hemi, 392, 354, and 331 or whatever it is. And it fits the Hemi and goes to a GM style transmission. So we can mount up a Muncie, Saginaw, or a GM version of the T5. And we have all three of those transmissions, and so it's a nice setup. It's a good setup. And right here is a set of headers for the split bumper Camaro. Psst, hey, that one. Now, those are all the items we got at the swap meet. The day before, with our friends at the Kennedy brothers, whom I picked up the split bumper from, plus we got some DeSoto Hemis and a few other things from. We got timing cover for a Chrysler Firepower Hemi. You're starting to see a trend here. A water pump housing for a Chrysler Firepower Hemi. Now, not everything can be Hemi powered, because Ford flatheads are forever. We got this really nice aluminum radiator that fits a 32 style grill shell and has the intakes for a flathead. So we got a nice radiator here for one of the hot rod projects that we going to use a 32 grill shell on. The other thing we got, which I think is really tricky and cool, is this custom intake manifold. It's a homemade tunnel ram for a flathead Ford V8. I really like it. I couldn't let it go. I had to take it home. Now, it's set up for more modern, more higher flowing carburetors, which for our application probably won't work. It's this was built for like land speed racing and a very powerful flathead Ford build. So we're probably going to change the bolt pattern on it, the whole pattern on this, maybe make a completely different top plate, and put on a for 3 Stromberg 97s or 84s or something, just something that's a more appropriate for the horsepower we plan on running. And then we're going to probably toss this on some cool hot rod and just run it, just, you know, well, we think it's pretty dang neat, even if no one else does. The workmanship is good. I think it's just cool. What do you think? Leave your comment down below. Anyways, we had a really good time. The LA Roadsters put on a good show. We did see a handful of really cool cars. The Gene Winfield Speedster, Boattail Speedster, that was pretty cool. And every single one of those cars, showstopper, anywhere else. You go on site there, line after line, row after row of perfect, beautiful 32s, a form of nirvana. Really appreciate everyone's time on building those wonderful cars. Appreciate the Roadsters for putting together a good event. And hope to see you out there next year. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Really appreciate it. Have a Roadster-tastic day.